Welcome back, everyone, to Lost Judgment, Day 5 of the Let's Play. What were we gonna do? We were gonna talk to Sari, right? Oh, but first we gotta beat up these boys. There we go. Ooh! I won't mess it up this time, RT. I won't. I promise. See, I've already showed control. See, the only way I'm not gonna mess up the beginning of a YouTube video.
Oh, perfect timing, Yagami-san. And here I was about to go without you. Are you ready to visit Mamiya-san?
Is to just not talk, is where I was going with that. Time to head for home. For the home of Ihara's victim, who doesn't know we're dropping by yet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's right, that's what we were doing. Now I remember.
Well, the best we can hope for is that she'll hear us out.
This is not Control, this is Lost Judgment. You know, you got me there. You do got me there. That's a game I did want to play, but I already actually watched someone play it. So it wouldn't be worth it for me to play again. Well, I mean, not again. Play for the first time, but still. Watching somebody else play it, I feel like I've already played it. And I also feel like I'm screaming because I had to adjust my volume. We were watching a movie earlier today. We watched Scarface. Did not care for it. Sorry. If that offends anyone, I apologize. I have a bad taste in movies. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Speaking to a victim here, Yagami-san. One whose assailant we defended in court. If we had tried to make an appointment, she probably would have declined outright.
Not sure showing up unannounced is much better. So let's just hope she's willing to talk.
Yes, there's no way around it. It's a risk we had to take.
Well, here goes nothing.
Yes?
I'm Shirasaki from the Genda Law Office, the attorney for Mr. Akihiro Ihara. You may remember me from the hearings.
Why are you here? Don't you know it's rude to show up at someone's door uninvited?
I understand, but we have a pressing matter that directly concerns you. If we could do this another way, we would. I apologize for any inconvenience.
I'm sorry, but the trial's over and done with. You know I can legally turn you away.
You're right, but I'm only asking a moment of your time. Please, would you mind?
Even Sari-san couldn't whip up a solid approach for this. Are we really out of luck here?
I don't have time for this. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Wait, before you do that. Sorry to butt in. I'm Yagami, a detective helping Sari here out.
And?
I can't let this be the end. I need to talk her into opening this door somehow.
Are you aware of the trending video that's leading people to believe Ihara committed murder? Thing is, the victim was confirmed to be alive in Yokohama until the morning of your own incident. And since Ihara was on the train with you, they're ruling him out as a murder suspect.
So, what is it you're getting at?
I'm just trying to ensure you're in the clear from any of that unfortunate business. If we could do this now, we'd never bother you again. All we need is 10 minutes of your time.
How absurd.
We're only trying to help, but if later would work better for you, we could always come back another time. With our supervisor, of course. That visit would probably be more formal, There'd be paperwork, audio tapes, you know the drill. You'll want to clear your schedule.
I really don't have time for any of that.
No, I understand, and it's entirely our fault. We thought we'd do this casually, but we really should have been more by the book. But it is a murder case, so we do have to make sure our paperwork is in order here. Now, would you prefer to schedule a date to accommodate a more formal interview?
You said 10 minutes if we do it now, right?
We'll make it as painless as possible.
All right. Hold on.
We really do appreciate it.
Nice. Nice job, Yagami.
Well, I'm impressed. I'm also not sure I should trust a word you say ever again.
Really? I did get us in the door, didn't I?
I'm joking. I do appreciate the help. Now let's not screw this up. This is likely the only conversation we'll have with Mamiya-san.
The OG Scarface.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi. Again, we apologize for the intrusion.
Let's just get this over with already.
Yui Mamiya.
Okay, bye-bye.
We'll make this quick.
We could use a conversation opener with Mamiya. Let's take a quick look around for something useful. Child's drawing, probably of his mother. Yeah, they even put it in a nice frame. How cute. She's not very good at plant keeping. Why are you watching a movie from the 30s? Alright, the 80s movie. I guess it's not the original then, huh?
What the?
I'm not much of a movie connoisseur. If I remember correctly, Yui Mamiya lives here with her husband and son. They seem pretty happy in this picture.
Hey. Hey.
Yui Mamiya's 6-year-old son. Cute kid. Guess he just started grade school. Seems pretty excited by visitors dropping by. Looks like his dad's not home yet, though.
What the?
I'm sure the laptop's full of useful data, but we're obviously not getting into it. So what's Mars Attacks? I love that movie. Mars Attacks is a banger. I also like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Very, very funny movie.
What the?
This place is so clean, even without expecting guests. I ought to do the same with my office.
Hey.
Quite the layout they've got here. The kitchen has a clear view of the living room.
What the? Suspicious.
Kid's playset. Must be nice having a big place for one of those. That's what I always wanted as a kid. We never really had any room for a married couple only in their 30s. They seem to be living pretty comfortably. Maybe their parents are helping them out too. Whatever the case, they're clearly above average income. Yo, can you knock it off? I left the bed down so you could lay there, cat. Not so you could gallop around. Alright, you're getting the spritz. They love and hate that. No, actually, they're terrified of it. It's great. It's a very good deterrent. Now, what am I looking for? Kids' playset is super sus. It's a big jungle gym. It's pretty nutty. Imagine having that in your living room as a kid. Oh, and they got moving boxes here? I've already observed that.
What the?
Shouldn't stare too long or it'll lead to a grave misunderstanding. My own grave, specifically.
Hey, what the?
Uh-huh.
Suspicious.
Oh, God, I thought that was Yagami.
So, Doc, I've already told the police and the court everything they could want to know about that morning.
I'm sorry to put you through this again, but would you mind going over those details with us?
What else is left to discuss?
I understand how pressured you might feel.
I've gone over this so many times. I wonder if pressing charges was even worth it.
No, what you did was both brave and inspirational. Many victims are afraid to come forward for any number of reasons. Your voice might give them courage to find their own.
Ironic, hearing this from that predator's defense team.
Well, perhaps.
Would you mind walking us through that day from the beginning?
It's nothing so mysterious. I was just on my way to work when some man grabbed my butt. That's all it was.
Nothing else was out of the ordinary that day?
Correct.
Not to pry, but where is your husband today?
Still at work? He usually doesn't get home until later. On that note, I have to feed my son, so let's get this wrapped up soon.
We'll try our best to. Moving along. On that day, you and Ahara-san boarded the train bound for Ikebukuro, correct? Had you ever seen the man before then?
No. At least not that I can recall. How many times must I go over this? Your lawyer friend here already knows everything I have to say. What do you gain by getting me to repeat things?
That's the thing. Yagami-san here is a specialist. He can take whatever you repeat, analyze it, and draw up an entirely new conclusion. Right?
Of course. That's exactly why I'm here.
Great. Now the pressure's really on. Seems to be a reoccurring thing lately.
In the security footage as you stepped onto the train, it looks like Ahara-san stepped right behind you. Were you aware of his presence at this point?
I was. It felt like someone kept pushing up against me with no sense of personal boundaries. I remember second-guessing myself at the time. Thinking
Kid
it was
is
normal
sus.
for the train to be that packed.
Then the train took off while you were stuck in that situation.
Yes. And then I felt the back of his hand against me. It kept getting worse from there. To the point where he went under my skirt. And the pig had the nerve to write it off as an accidental brush on a crowded train. But that kind of touch wasn't accidental. He even grabbed at me.
Truly awful. And I do sympathize. I've also had to turn in an abuser like that. Personally speaking, some men can't wait to debase themselves at the first opportunity.
Why would you say that and look at me?
I just stood there, frozen. I couldn't see who was touching me. I had no idea what to do. I wanted to scream. But what if he just played it off? So I decided I would bear it till the next station.
Are you okay, Mommy?
I'm fine, sweetie. We're just having a bit of grown-up talk. Are you hungry?
Uh-huh.
Then go read your book and wait over there for Mommy. We're almost done.
Mommy's talking about sexual assault. Looks like this is going to be ending soon no matter what. I should keep my questions brief. Up until now, I haven't heard any contradictions between Mamiya's account and the security footage.
You said the abuse lasted the entire 6 minutes between Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station. Did you see the groper's face at any time during that span?
No. I was too terrified to look. And I thought, even if I did, he'd just pull away and escape. But just as the train was pulling into Shinjuku, I reached back and grabbed the hand on me. That's when I saw his face. Of course, he shook me off as the doors opened, but I'd already gotten a clear look at him. He must have known I could turn him in at that point. So he ran, and I chased after.
Right. That was captured by the station's security cameras.
Great job tailing him in such a crowded space. On that note, did you ever happen to lose sight of Ahara-san while running?
His cap was pretty easy to spot, and no one else was bolting off the platform like that, so I never lost sight of him. At that point, I could feel my voice returning, so I just screamed, "That man grabbed me!"
I'm glad there were good Samaritans nearby.
For sure. And there were a lot of smartphones out, so I figured there was no way for him to get away with it. I was so relieved.
I see. I think I've got the gist of it. But now we've got a piece of evidence that contradicts what you've told us.
What do you mean?
Yui Mamiya's story lines up with her testimony from the trial, but there is one thing that contradicts it. I don't know. All of this seems to match up except this.
Well, on the same day, at 6:30 a.m. in Yokohama, a student teacher named Hiro Mikoshiba was sent off to work by his mother. But he was soon abducted near his home, only to be found dead much later in Ijincho.
Is that...
According to the video, Ahara-san here is the murderer.
what?
He killed Mikoshiba in cold blood to get vengeance for his bullied son. His kid was about to graduate high school, but instead, he took his own life. So Ahara took it upon himself to punish his son's tormentor.
That's awful.
But now we come back to the issue here. If this footage is authentic, then Ahara-san couldn't have been your assailant. The victim's estimated time of death and Ahara-san's time of arrival in Tokyo simply don't allow for it. It's just not possible for someone to make that commute. But there's the flip side. If Ahara-san was in fact your assailant, it would mean this murder footage is a fabrication.
I don't know what you expect me to say after all this.
Right? Now you know how we're feeling. That's why we came to see if you had any leads for us.
So that's what this is about.
After hearing your story, I have no doubt you endured a lot that day. Which would obviously mean that murder video was faked.
Then, who shared that video? And why?
Right.
Wish I knew. Based on the quality, something this convincing would need quite a budget. Whether it's CG on top of real murder footage, or just a rock-solid AI creation, no way it was cheap. So why go through all this effort to fake a murder? Who would benefit from it? But I have to say, I feel much closer to piecing this puzzle together with your help today. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, and rest assured, this will be the last time you see us. Our apologies for the unexpected visit, and for dredging up unpleasant memories.
It's fine. So long as this is really the end of it all.
Well, shit, dude. I like how now that I have the air conditioner turned off, you guys can occasionally hear if I'm super silent and the game's silent, my cat just munching away at its food.
I'd like to report Mamiya-san's account to the rest of the team. Can I count on you to be there?
Sure. Let me give Kaito-san a heads up.
All right, then I'll see you there.
Yo, it's me.
Hey, I just got back to Kamurocho. Everything good? Any news?
All good here, man. What's with you? You worried Arcade got to me or something?
I mean, they did run their mouths about stabbing us in the back. But if you're good, I'm good. Anyway, I'm heading to Genda so Sari-san and I can go over what we learned from Mamiya.
You're the boss. As for me, I'm calling it a day.
You do that.
I'm physically in front of Genda's. Oh, wait. There's some boys that need beat up over here. Excuse me, boys? I don't know who that man thought he was punching me like that, but that recovery punch felt amazing. That was the meatiest hit I have ever had in a video game. Hey boys, look, I'm like you. Walking around being ugly. Got him. Here, give him this. You want some too? I can give you a little bit of this.
And stay down.
Alright, let's quit messing around with these boys. Guard roll. I mean, maybe a guard roll would be... Nah. I don't really care for that move. What if we become healthy eater? And appreciate music. Just so it's completed. The other two are Barfly and Liquid Courage. Those are the other two basic ones I can do. Oh, look!
What a waste.
Oop, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go to Genda. Hello. This one, please.
Starving. Now we're talking. Pretty tasty. Thanks.
That steak did look real good. God, I could use a steak. I don't know what the weather was like today, but if it didn't rain and the grill is nice and clean, which it is because I cleaned it the last time I used it. If it is available for me, I might make a steak tonight on the grill at midnight because I'm a
ready, Yakuza?
disgusting human
Let's
being.
start with our visit to Mamiya-san. if that sounds reasonable to you.
Yeah, let's start there.
Yeah, let's start there.
Hey, that's my line. Bucko.
So, the victim's story is completely in line with her court testimony, huh?
That's correct. There wasn't anything new to pick up.
Unfortunately.
In which case, should we look into the murder video instead? Like, figure out how they made it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Whether that tape's fake or real, someone had to put it online, right? Do we have any theories on who that might be?
Well, the footage showed enough of the surroundings to make the crime scene clear. As somebody who's been there, I can confirm that the blood splotches match what you see in the footage. Which means...
Who uploaded Ihara's murder footage to the internet?
The murderer's accomplices have to be the ones who posted it for him.
Yeah, I can't see it any other way.
I also agree with Yagami-san.
But in that case, what would their motive be?
Maybe they wanted to make a mockery of the police, or even the whole system.
Huh?
We know Ihara got himself convicted for groping, so he'd have an alibi for Mikoshiba's killing. But then, his conspirators turned it around by uploading the murder video online. Almost as if to say, look how he got away with it.
I see. Yeah, that does make it sound like he's taunting them.
That's well and good, but I'd like to shift gears. Let's talk about the actual fabrication of the video. How does one go about that?
Well, for example, the true culprit would be taped murdering Mikoshiba. Then Ihara's face would be copied and blended onto the killers. That's how they'd approach it in a Hollywood movie.
That is true.
But then, wouldn't you be able to see traces of it being faked?
Not if you're really good.
Tsurumo-san reported that he's found nothing of the sort in his analysis.
We've been down this road before. If we take the stance that the footage is fabricated, we have absolutely nothing to work with.
Then let's tackle this from the stance that the video's actually real. If that's the case, there has to be a flaw in the groping issue. I think we've collected enough evidence to find it too.
So, what does this do for us?
Once Ihara entered the Ikebukuro gates at 7:43 a.m. and stepped onto the platform, he was continuously monitored on camera. But if he really killed Mikoshiba at 7:30 like we saw, there's no way he could have reached Ikebukuro in time. That would mean the person in the footage isn't Ihara, but an impersonator.
So that's not really him?
Yeah. He's got the sunglasses and hat to help sell the disguise.
Wait, if that's the case, after murdering Mikoshiba, wouldn't Ihara have to swap places with the stand-in sometime before being detained? But we didn't see any opportunity for that. Multiple cameras saw Ihara move right up to Mamiya-san as they board the train in Ikebukuro. And the onboard camera recorded them for the entire commute. Not only was the act caught on tape, but his failed escape from the scene was recorded as well. Ultimately, Ihara was pinned down before leaving Mamiya-san's sight, so she had an eye on him the whole time.
Right. So the current belief is that Ihara was caught on camera the entire time he was at the station.
But wait, that's not entirely accurate, is it?
Huh?
But Ihara wasn't consistently on camera between Ikebukuro, there we go, Ikebukuro Station and Shinjuku. And the proof is... right there, that little blind sight.
Remember how we mocked up a diagram of the Shinjuku station platform?
Yeah. Oh, wait! That's it! You could be onto something. There's a point where Ahara wasn't on camera at all.
What is this point you speak of?
Let's all go over the diagram so that everything will be clear.
Little blind
Here's what I
spot.
want you to see. Suspicious. What the? Hey,
That's the spot I'm looking
it's very
for.
brief. But there's a moment where Ihara and Mamiya-san can't be seen by the security cameras. The dotted lines on the arrow represent the camera's blind spot.
It does appear so. So you're saying this is where the Groper, the fake Ihara, traded places with the real one?
Can't say it's impossible, right?
Right. Except if that actually happened, Mamiya-san would have been right behind them at the time. Could the two really swap places without her noticing?
In a crowd like that, I think it's feasible.
If that really was Ihara's plan, then I'd say he was being careless.
Careless? How?
Well, on the day of the incident, the station was packed for morning rush hour. That means there was no solid guarantee the assailant could make the switch. He could have been nailed by any random passerby before reaching the blind spot.
Good point. Not only that, if Mamiya-san had called for help while the train was still moving, then the first Ihara would have been caught before even reaching the platform.
Oh, I mean, yeah! Called it.
Think about it, Yagami-san. Why would Ihara's accomplices meticulously plan out every last detail of this alibi, only to leave such a crucial component to chance, as Hoshino-kun pointed out?
Oh, just doing my job.
True. Good work, Hoshino-kun. In fact, I think that may back up my own take on it.
Yeah?
What if everything, including the appearance of leaving the plan to chance, was part of the plan?
Can you expound on that?
I'm saying I agree that such an airtight alibi wouldn't have allowed for contingencies. And that takes the question to another level. Just how far did they line up the pieces in advance to make the swap work?
Are you saying there's more to it than we discussed? What did we miss?
If everything on the day of the murder, including the train groping, was planned from start to finish, what else can we possibly deduce? Oh no. Well, that's stupid. Prosecution faked the footage. I mean, maybe. That is a bold statement. That's even bolder. Let's go with this.
I know this won't go over well. But what if Mamiya was colluding with Ihara all along?
Huh?
Bear with me. Let's say Mamiya was in on this, and knew about the imposter in advance. If that's the case, the swap could happen right in front of her, and no one but the three of them would know.
You're saying the victim of a groping conspired with her assailant beforehand? That's ridiculous.
It's not a suggestion I'm fond of, but I have to consider the possibility of Mamiya playing a part in this conspiracy.
Let me just say, I'm only trying to work out how a swap like that would be guaranteed to work. Now, if Ihara and his stand-in both know that Mamiya will pretend not to have seen them, they can trade places in the blind spot with impunity. Conversely, if Mamiya wasn't in on the plan, the idea of a swap would never work. We can say with certainty that she would have seen the swap, so she could have even called attention to the real Ihara the moment he stepped in. That way, the people around her would be focused on chasing the correct assailant. The rest is as we know it. They caught Ihara and detained him until the police showed up.
Hold that thought. If your theory is accurate, what about Ihara's trace evidence? Remember that fibers of the victim's underwear were detected on his hand.
Well, that can also be explained by Mamiya being in on the plan. For example, while the stand-in was showing himself at the security cameras, Mamiya could have easily provided Ahara access to a pair of underwear at the same time. Maybe the stand-in loitered around for so long because he was letting everyone else get themselves in place.
It's not impossible.
We can work out the other details later. But the point is, Ihara's murder alibi is shot if Mamiya was involved. In summary, it's possible Ihara disgraced himself to secure an unshakable alibi for Mikushiba's murder.
I'll concede that it's an avenue worth pursuing.
And when it comes to the prosecution, they can't just admit they got the first case so wrong. Plus, they can't question Ihara about Mikushiba's murder. In fact, their only option is to claim the tape was faked.
So he managed to make a farce out of the system after all.
Well, his court case for his son's bullying did get more or less thrown out, didn't it? The school, the investigative committee, and the court all agreed there wasn't enough evidence to convict anyone. No surprise for me that the guy held a grudge against the system for so long.
Hold on. Before we all decide on this,
What's up?
the obvious question to me is why would Mamiya be party to such a crime? She appears more than financially stable, and she's even raising a child. So why would she do something so enormously risky as helping establish a murder alibi?
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet. But maybe she was promised something that far exceeds the risk. Or maybe Ihara has some kind of dirt on her even?
Enough to make her help with a murder? What sort of secret would be big enough to force someone into that corner?
A 53-year-old patrolman and married office worker and mother. The only connection between them so far is the train station itself.
What info do we have on Mamiya anyway? Maybe we can spot a connection to Ihara through her profile.
I'll pull her information. Just a second.
Oh, I just thought of something else those two would have guaranteed by working together.
What's that?
If Ihara wanted to use this crime as a murder alibi, he needed it to blow up into the public eye. But if he had chosen a victim who stayed silent, then nothing would have come of it. A solid plan would need to eliminate that variable, which means Mamiya being an accomplice was crucial to Ihara's success.
That's true.
Looks like Ihara pulled one over on the prosecution then. Had his accomplices right where he wanted them, even his victim. Once we learn how he's connected to Mamiya, we can root out the rest of his team.
Let's see. According to her file, her maiden name is Yui Suzuki. 30 years old, so that's consistent. Originally from Ota, Tokyo. Attended a private high school called Kurakawa Academy. Later graduated from Toto University.
Huh.
Met her husband
Kurakawa,
on the
huh?
job, apparently. Her husband, Taichi Mamiya, is an industrial designer at Techno Zeta Inc. 6 years ago, she gave birth to their only son, Sota-kun, who's now in first grade.
Hold on. You said she went to Kurakawa Academy? I heard that name in Ijincho. If I recall correctly,
That's where the teacher. What?
when I went to scope out the murder scene, there were these 3 guys watching the
That's
detectives and
right.
me. They told us they were just checking things out. They mentioned they're Kurakawa grads too.
Do you have any ID on you?
Will my license work?
Kake-san, age 30.
Akaike-san, age 30. Mommy is 30 as well.
What's that got to do with anything? Aren't we trying to find a connection between Mamiya and Ihara?
I found the Kurakawa Academy website. Looks like they're pretty prestigious. It's in Tokyo, specifically in Ota. Pretty close to where Mamiya lived. Oh,
What?
the girls there get such cute uniforms.
Oh God.
You little. You want to start all over from the bar exam?
Wait, I've seen that uniform before too, actually.
Where?
On an old picture of a teacher at Serio High. Sawa-sensei. Ihara's son had confided in her. Is she actually a Kurokawa grad too? I don't know Sawa-sensei's exact age, but she could well be 30. Maybe all of them are even classmates.
Could this mean they're actually linked? The victim and her up-to-now unrelated assailant?
It's a tenuous link at best. Could fall apart any time. But no true detective alive would pass it up.
All right. We are on to chapter 6? 7?
A previously unseen
6?
link is established between the groper and the victim. Charting out their relationship is akin to tracing a spider's web. But with each false thread ruled out, only the improbable truth remains. Ihara orchestrated the groping as a diversion. And by tarnishing his name, he secures both an alibi and his ultimate revenge.
Chapter 6. Converging Heat. They show the kitty, and on the title screen there's a kitty. And I have yet to see a kitty in this game. What the hell? Except the little lucky paw kitty.
Mikoshiba's murder was sparked by the bullying of Toshiro Ihara, who committed suicide 4 years ago. The graphic video that hit the net showed the world how Toshiro's father, Akihiro Ihara, had brutally avenged his son. We also know the father had accomplices. On October 7th at 6:30 a.m., they forced Mikoshiba into a vehicle, took him to an abandoned building, and gravely injured him. Then, around 7:30 a.m., the time frame when Ihara killed Mikoshiba, the other conspirators were probably nearby, even though they weren't on camera.
At the same time, 30 kilometers away at Ikebukuro Station, a man who looks like Ihara is caught on camera. We'll call that guy the stand-in. The stand-in made sure he was in front of the cameras for more than an hour before boarding the 9:06 a.m. train, the same one Yui Mamiya was on. After committing sexual battery on that train, he meets the real Ihara in the camera's blind spot, and they change places. That's how he established a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. And to achieve this, the victim, Yui Mamiya, had to have been in on it from the start.
Sure are a lot of people getting their hands dirty for Ihara. Mamiya, Ihara's stand-in on the train, the guys who kidnapped Mikoshiba. How did some troubled cop manage to recruit so many allies?
Well, one person that comes to mind who might be the key to all this is Yoko Sawa. She's a teacher at Seiryo High. She was the only adult Toshiro-kun ever told about the bullying, and she supervised Mikoshiba as a teacher before he disappeared. On top of that, she's a Kurokawa Academy graduate, same as Mamiya.
I knew it!
Those trespassers at the murder scene were also from Kurokawa.
I was right. That's the answer I was looking for whenever I had that little web.
It's possible they were all classmates.
So you're saying these classmates are also Ihara's murder accomplices?
If we consider Yoko Sawa the central link, that's very possible. We do know that as a teacher, she felt deep remorse for Toshiro-kun's suicide. Maybe she recruited her old classmates to help Ihara take his revenge.
Yeah, best not to rule that out. Though I'm hoping that's not the case.
Why's that?
It's just, she's a really good teacher. She's passionate, responsible. She's always putting the students first. I know she regrets the past, that a student died on her watch. And now another of her students, Mikoshiba, is found murdered. So if it turns out she's involved in that, I doubt I'll be able to trust my own judge of character ever again.
Yagami.
I'm going back to Ijincho tomorrow. The plan is to bring up Mamiya's name to Sawa-sensei and see how she reacts. Until then, let's not jump to conclusions about her involvement.
All right.
Can I chime in real quick? I was looking into Kurakawa Academy and I stumbled across something that may be relevant.
What's that?
Well, it happened 13 years ago, but there was an attempted suicide. A third year jumped off the school's roof after being thoroughly humiliated.
Your classmate. A bullying suicide from 13 years ago. Didn't Sawa-sensei mention that too? She did. If I remember correctly, the student lived but remains in a coma to this day.
Actually, Sawa-sensei mentioned that. She said it was a boy in her class.
Right, that's gotta be the same case then. The student's name was Mitsuru Kusamoto. He's 30 now, but still in a coma.
That's
and all
rough.
that info's on the net?
It wouldn't be normally, but his mother happens to be Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. Ever heard the name Reiko Kusamoto?
No.
Not once.
I have. It was on the news. They were talking about her and her son.
Vice ministers rank above most government officials, so this lady has quite a position of power. The Ministry of Health. There it is again. The fucking Ministry of Health. The people that were the problem in the last game. Now we have them here again
Well, do you
as a
remember the
problem.
uproar in the health ministry when Vice Minister Ichinose got arrested? Apparently, his successor couldn't contain the resulting chaos, which is when Kusamoto-san got tapped to lead. They couldn't afford another criminal scandal, so her promotion was out of the blue. She was a safe choice, a veteran with tenure and experience. Not to mention, her son's tragedy made people see her as a more sympathetic figure. Very popular. She's kind of a new generation heroine, so to speak.
Huh.
Is any of that relevant to the case at hand, though?
Who knows? But Reiko Kusamoto and Ahara both have children who were bullying victims. I don't think that's a connection we can afford to overlook, if you ask me.
Okay, so Kusamoto's son. What exactly happened to him?
Let's see. He was bullied by a fellow third year at his school, Shinya Kawai. The records say he harassed Mitsuru-kun every day, in and out of school. Well, one time he even stuffed dirty rags in his mouth.
That's so cruel.
Yeah, and the teacher was a real piece of work. Apparently he knew, but he just smirked and said, "Don't overdo it."
Oh, I remember now. The media pounced on that one hard.
If they were classmates, then both Sawa-sensei and Mamiya would know about this.
And maybe because they couldn't save Mitsuru-kun, their guilt left them open to Ahara's persuasion.
But to prove that, we'll have to hear from them directly. I'll talk to Sawa-sensei first thing tomorrow.
That'd be helpful. In the meantime, I'll be working on Ahara's appeal. It's clear they missed something important in the trial, since Ahara is apparently innocent of sexual battery. Being that he was out committing murder at the time.
What started as a simple harassment case sure has blown up big.
Guess I'll head back to the office for today. Well, heck. This case just opened wide. Excuse me, miss. Gotta grab these silver plates. Meow. Oh, it's so brutal.
And stay down.
Yeah, I know how to improve my skills, lady. Where, I have 9 abilities here that I can do. Light bullet. What? Finishing move that's only possible in virtual reality. Okay. It's one of those, huh? I mean, I really never need those. I might as well do more tiger stuff. Like my roll guard. Hello, boys. That's brutal. Oh god, Yagami, look out. What? Alright. Loser.
Really, guys?
Hey, where's the, wasn't there a pawn shop around here? I can go to the drugstore. There's the pawn shop. I need to clear some of this inventory, you know? I have been just collecting treasures. Oh, whoops. And I really don't need to. I don't need to hold on to all these. I'm here to sell. Alright, let's get rid of these pocket tissues, because if I have any more of these, I'm gonna scream. 10 of them. And I don't need paper plates either. Used as a material. Okay, everything else is used as a material. Let's see if he has anything good to buy. Oh, sweet. Whatever, I'll buy it all. What have I got to lose? We'll put the training band on. Look at that, I got a new... I mean, nothing's gonna beat that hoverboard thing. Okay, cool. Is there anything cool in here that I can equip? Oh yeah, I can do these. Just to get rid of them. Okay. I don't know if I missed anything there. The Serenity Bat. Didn't know I could just buy things. Like skill sets, I should say. I did know I could buy things. In fact, I should have bought things a while ago. Let's go to the drugstore real quick. See how much that is all worth. Ah! Damn it! This was a place that wasn't normally accessible. Okay. Ah. So you can't buy anything cool with this one. Okay. Say no more, fam. All right, there we go. Need to talk to my little kitty cat. Get some free money. And then I also obtained a new video game for this called Penguin something. Select game. Penguin Land. Oh, it's so cute. I really wish I had a... What is this? A Sega Master System? I wish I had one of those as a kid so I could appreciate this more. Sega... Actually, I think the only Sega system that I played was the Sega Genesis, maybe? And I played that at my cousin's house? I think it was my cousin. I don't 100% remember. I was very young. 4, 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there.
Wait a minute. What?
Yo, you took your sweet time. But I got the gist of it. You're going to Ijincho, right? To meet with Sawa-sensei?
Kaito-san, you do realize that only I can meet her. You can't get into the school.
I know, but if you end up taking it off campus, can you at least call me this time?
Don't you understand the situation? Sawa-sensei might be tied to murder.
You sure you understand it? Come on, she would never do that.
That a fact?
So happens I'm a great judge of character. Especially when it comes to women.
Oh, sometimes I forget who I'm talking to.
Kaito-san is sweet at times, but he's definitely the boyfriend that goes to the store and has to call his girlfriend and be like, hey, yo, what size pussy you wear? Ran into him 3 years ago. Still find it amusing the American Ninja came to help me fight a gang. And now he's opened up a dojo in Japan. Not sure what kind of person would go there, but apparently he's good enough to have a rival. Anyway, I need to find out more details. I think I will find out more details about that, because that sounds interesting. Side cases. Hello, boys. That's what I was trying to do from the start.
Really, guys?
Alright, an apparent dojo is in here. And I don't know where that is. Okay, maybe it's not down here. Where the hell is this? Where is this dojo at? I'm about to give up. About to give up on this real hard. And I can't take the elevators. I definitely can't. I don't know. I can take these elevators, though. And what is this? What's that little thing there? We'll just save that for later, you know? To the roof, maybe? See if the little doja is on the roof. I highly doubt it is. Nope. Maybe the basement? Was that already where I was at? It sure is, because of the squirrel. No, I didn't want to go to the roof again. Damn it. I almost did it once again. Hey, at least there's no loading screens here, huh? I don't know where this is at. And this is simply a smoking area. I give up. I'll figure it out later. For now, I guess we just go back to... Can I take any taxi for it? Hello, boys. It's me, Yagami. These guys will never learn. Okay. Remember when I said about the no loading screen thing and then they hit me with a long ass loading screen? It's almost like instant karma, you know?
Well, first stop, it's gotta be Chinatown. Can't face Tsukumo on an empty stomach.
Never a dull day for you, huh, Kaito-san?
It's a selection, man. I've already worked out the math. I figure if I hit 4 or 5 places a day...
What? What's up?
Check that out. It's Akutsu.
Kamurocho thugs are looking pretty out of place here.
Yo! Akutsu! What are you fools doing in town? Hey! Don't ignore me! It's Kaito! Fancy seeing you here!
I'm kinda busy here, man. Catch you later.
What an asshole. Ijincho's a long way from home. And he's traveling with a small army.
Would he have come all this way because of us?
Nah, we just caught him totally off guard. He's not out here for us. Gotta be something else.
But something's not right if they're just cruising around. gotta be an RK operation. He brought too many guys for it to be something more personal.
Yeah. Kamurocho streets can be tough. Maybe they gave up. Well, whatever they came out here to do, we ought to keep our noses the hell out of their business. But you better hustle. You're gonna be late for class. I'll catch you after school.
I should head to Serio High School. I need to find out if Mamiya really has a connection to Sawa-sensei. Yeah. I'm with Kaito-san, though. He said, let's hit up the old food place there, buddy boy. To which Yagami said, no, dude. We're not gonna go eat. But eating sounds like a great idea. Have I ever tried this? I have. Hello, boys. Untouchable triple kill. 420. I annihilated those boys. Nope, kickflip. Wrong way. Friend said he saw a UFO. Wait a minute. I just saw one of those squirrels back there. What is this? What's a little girl doing out here by herself? Hope she's alright. Hey, is everything okay? Are you looking for something? Oh no, I was just looking at the squirrel. Adorable, isn't it? What squirrel? Squirrels just want to have fun. Okay. So it wants me to listen. Hold up, what did it just say?
Tough to hear.
Yeah, it's saying to listen to something, right? Isn't that what that little side mission just said? Squirrels just want to have fun. What? I don't get it. Is it around here somewhere? Might be some things I want to get out of the way. What? What does that mean?
Hey.
Oh, I have to examine it first.
Yagami-san.
Amasawa.
No. Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
All right, all right, all right.
I can hear it.
That's pretty cool.
Huh?
Yeah. Seriously?
Slip into observation mode and examine it. That's what it said, but I skipped through it like an idiot.
It's me.
I wonder how many squirrels are hidden across the city now. She said there was one near a... what's it called? Close to here, a store. Was it over here? Well, I'm gonna beat these boys up, and then I'm gonna actually play the game instead of searching for squirrels.
What a waste.
Is that a squirrel? No, that's a cool motorcycle, though. Oh, boy. Chuck him into the water. See ya.
Really, guys?
Alright, back to the high school. Damn it. Squirrel was leading me astray. And now I want to fight all these boys. Oh, it's the schoolboys, huh? Hey, schoolboys. Alright, you kind of kicked my ass there for a second. Don't get so mad. School time. What is this? See you later, RT. Have a good night, bud. That kid. Alright, what can I upgrade? The crane boost and the snake boost, and I really don't care to upgrade either of them because I'm right there on getting EX enhancer. But I could also do EX extension, or I could get a bunch of new moves. I don't have enough. Oh, wait, I did have enough there. No, I don't. Never mind. I'm like one off. What can I upgrade? Photo Master, which I haven't had to do that yet.
What is it, Yagami-san?
Sensei, do you have a minute?
I saw the video of Mikoshiba-kun.
So you did. That video, right?
I thought Ehara-san was convicted for a sex offense. How could he be in that video killing Mikoshiba-kun? But then that video looked so real.
Most likely it is. As you unfortunately had to witness, Ehara-san committed murder with his own two hands. Which means as far as the groping that day goes, there's some deception at work.
Deception?
Are you familiar with Ehara-san's victim in the case? Her name is Yui Mamiya.
I don't think I recognized her, no.
13 years ago, she attended Kurakawa Academy. Her maiden name is Yui Suzuki.
Yui Suzuki? Just a minute. Are you saying she was the one Ehara-san groped?
So you do know her then? Were you two classmates?
We were, in our 3rd year of high school.
I had a hunch. You didn't know she was the victim of that whole incident?
I mean, it's just so hard to believe.
Does this all seem like a wild coincidence to you then? Your old student's father gropes one of your high school classmates at a station with 3 million daily travelers.
What are you implying?
I'm saying your old friend Yui might be cooperating with Ehara-san. As in, she only played the part of a victim. She might have even known it was all to hide a murder.
What? But why? Why would she do that for him?
She really doesn't seem to know of any connection between Ehara and Mamiya. If this is all an act, then she's an amazing actress.
From where I'm sitting, Sensei, you're connected to Ehara and Yui Mamiya. I just need your help figuring out what that connection is.
Yagami-san, please. Are you implying I was some kind of liaison between them?
Well, Sensei, what was your relationship with Yui Mamiya? Were you close? Or would you say classmates covers it?
The two of us were never really that close. To be honest, I didn't really like the group of kids she hung out with. I guess you could say we didn't have the same interests.
When was the last time you saw her? Did you have a high school reunion by any chance?
They held a reunion around the time I graduated from college, but I didn't feel like going. That same class bullied a kid into jumping off the roof.
So if that's the case, you haven't seen any of your classmates since you all graduated from Kurakawa?
That's right.
Okay then. The thing is, Ehara-san and Mamiya are connected. It is kinda loose, but it's there. They have one thing in common.
What?
In both of their pasts, someone they knew was bullied to the point of attempting or committing suicide. Ehara-san lost his son, Toshiro-kun, and as for Yui Mamiya, it's her classmate, Mitsuru Kusamoto. That could be a factor, especially for Mamiya. It's possible that Ehara-san would be a sympathetic figure to her. Maybe enough to help construct an alibi for his revenge. It's possible she only played the part of a groping victim. What do you think? Does it have any merit, or is my theory full of holes?
Even if you're on the right track...
Sawa-sensei? We're just waiting on you to start the staff meeting.
Sorry, I'll be right there.
What happened 13 years ago at Kurakawa? That might be the last piece of the puzzle. What about Yui Mamiya? How'd she react when Mitsuru Kusamoto tried to kill himself by jumping off that roof?
I'm sorry, I'm already late for my meeting.
I'm trying to ask you about a murder here. To Ehara, every unanswered question is a victory for that man. He's only a step away from walking for it. And I know Mamiya had other conspirators. It took more than one person to murder Mikoshiba. They're still at large, even as we speak. I'll be honest. I came here today with a suspicion that you might be more involved in this murder than you're letting on.
A suspicion?
Nothing you've said has made me feel any better about it.
And what should I do about that, huh?
I just want you to tell me, how are Ehara-san and Mamiya connected beyond what I've already figured out? I think you have the key to that answer, even if you don't know that you're the one holding it. It's like a lock, and until I figure out how to get through it, I'm gonna keep picking at it.
I told you, I'm late for a meeting.
I'll be here when you get back. Have a good meeting.
Suit yourself.
It's not going great, but at least I've learned to choose classmates with Mamiya. I'll take the wins where I can get them. Sari-san will still want to hear that later too. Leave the high school. Perhaps I should ask that kid if she wants my help. Where is the stairs? Isn't she set up shop in the little basement area? This ain't it, right? No. Oh, I can just buy stuff at the shop here? What you got? Wow. Y'all don't have shit. Although that was looking pretty scrumptious. What's this person selling? Oh. I can just buy extracts. I mean, why would I buy them when I can make them, though? How do I make them? Is there like a crafting menu that I didn't pay attention to? Recipes. Alright, let's just leave the high school since I can't find out where the little thing is. It's just possible my brain isn't working again either. As I've been known to lose interest in the little side quest as my stream goes on. But my tummy rumbling. That's the real reason I'm losing focus. And I don't think I have anything to snack on. I sure don't. Neat. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell Sari-san about Sawa-sensei and Mamiya.
Hey, Sari-san? It's Yagami.
Hey, did you manage to talk to Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, turns out she really was in Mamiya's class. And they were both aware of the suicide incident with their classmate.
Good to know. While we're on the topic, Hoshino-kun got his hands on some new info.
Let's hear it.
The bully at Kurokawa High was named Shinya Kawai. He transferred out right after Mitsuru-kun jumped, as if he were running away. Once he came of age, it looks like he worked here in Kamurocho.
Wow, you really can find a lot online.
Yes, and to top it off, Kawai earned a reputation for talking about how he drove a classmate to suicide, like he's proud of it. Maybe he thought he'd get a laugh in Kamurocho.
Probably would.
Kawai was more or less a Yakuza, though he never swore into it. I just sent you his picture. It was taken 5 years ago.
What? This guy?
Oh, man.
Not too long ago, some RK punks came asking his whereabouts. Said he was a girls' bar manager who went missing.
Yeah, it looks like he did work at a girls' bar. But we don't know which one.
Okay, so the guy's definitely suspicious. What business would RK have with him?
Do you know if they ever found him?
No. But their leader, Soma, said something about Kawai having already been killed. Like he just vanished from Kamurocho a few years ago, and that was it.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, two known school bullies. And they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawhi.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawhi a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
Interesting. So we have a common target, do we? RK Gang. Mayhaps a collaboration is in the future. And by that I mean I beat the shit out of them until they give me the answers that I'm looking to hear.
How was it, Saori-san? What did Yagami-san have to say?
He said he recently ran into some RK members looking for Shinya Kawai.
Did he?
He also said RK later told him Kawai had been killed.
This is getting scarier with every new lead.
Now that you mention it, I have seen people getting stopped and asked about someone all over town. But if those were RK on the hunt for Kawai, could it have something to do with our case as well?
Putting aside the connection between Mikashiba and Kawai, why is RK suddenly so involved?
I'm honestly not sure how RK could be involved in all this. I'm going out for a bit, Hoshino-kun. Do me a favor and keep digging up what you can on Kawai.
Wait, what?
Sometimes you have to get out in the field. It can't just be Yagami-san all the time.
That's right, girl.
You don't mean you're going straight to RK for some answers?
What else would I be doing? I need to know why they were looking for Kawai.
Then I'm coming with. I can't just let you do that alone.
Don't worry. It's still light out, and I plan on staying in the open. Besides, if I'm alone, they'll be more eager to talk.
That may be, but still, I'll just call you about every 10 minutes then. For your safety.
I find that rather unnecessary.
You sure?
What a guy. First, I'll need to find some RK members. Unlike Yakuza, they're hard to identify by appearance alone. But no worries. It's times like these, it's good to know the owner of Tender. He's well connected. Heading back to Tender, baby. This is Bartender, the first place Yagami-san worked at when he arrived in this city. The owner, Joe Masuda, always has his ear to the ground. I'm sure I could ask him where I might find some RK members. Meet some RK members, but find is also fine. Hey, she's still here.
Oh, is that Sari-chan I see? To what do I owe this pleasure?
Nice to see you too.
Oh, hi. Say, aren't you one of Talk's lawyer friends? Does that mean he's on his way too?
It's just me today.
Fine by me. That means you and I get some girl talk time.
Oh, that stings, Mari. And here I thought I had a place in your heart.
Well, no one knows a lady's heart like a bartender. I guess you can stay.
Two of them... the two of them sure can keep up with each other. But if I'm going to ask some questions, I better order a drink.
Let's see.
All these bottles got you feeling lost? Care for a few pours from Tox? It'll be our secret. Besides, a man with his tab can't complain.
You're too kind. So I'm actually here to ask you, how can I set up a meeting with RK?
Darn. So this wasn't a pleasure call? Well, I'm glad you're at least enjoying the drink.
True. And looking fancy doing it.
Oh, please. You two are going to embarrass me.
My apologies. I suppose being surrounded by such beauties has a timeless appeal, even at my age.
I'll second that. Masuda here is looking at least a year younger.
Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Of course. If you got any younger, you'd be much too handsome. What's a girl to say?
And I'll second that.
Oh no, this isn't good. I'm getting so relaxed I might forget about work.
Anyhow, if you're after an RK rendezvous, the good news is those guys are everywhere. But it's not like a civilian can just stroll up and ask, "Hey, are you RK?" and expect to get an answer.
You got that right. And Saori-chan needs to ask them something that's kind of sensitive. Oh, that's certainly going to make things challenging.
Just a bit, yeah.
So I say, why not let the boys do the chasing? Wouldn't be hard for an enchantress like you. But honey, we need to do something about your look. Some nice clothes and a little makeup, and you'd be unstoppable.
Finally, my turn to second something.
I suppose I would need to look approachable.
Talk told me once that if you ever felt like it, Saori-chan, you could put every hostess in Kamurocho to shame. I've gotta admit, I'm curious.
Well, a good hawk hides her talons.
You're saying I should dress like a hostess for this?
Well, I'm sure there are other ways. But if you want a foolproof plan to snag an RK, you've got one.
Oh, if you want, I can get you some looks, and you can choose what you like.
I get the message. And I suppose I'll take you up on that.
Okay, then leave the rest to me.
Makeover time, baby! This is one of my favorite parts of these games. Because I'm a pro at it. Alright, we want something that says... We need a dress that says POW, you know? Oh, this one is like... business first. I'm a strong lawyer type. But this one says, I like to have fun. Are we gonna girl boss our way to the top? I think we are. Let's go for a nice black and red. It's intimidating, you know? A tiara? With that dress? Let's get her some striking silver accents. Ugh. I hate how they protrude out of her hair like that. That's scary. Subtle. We need subtle. See, I don't like that it's gold, but she got... Nah. Let's go with nothing. That works. Nah, don't want to be too flashy, you know? Some nice perfume. We need something that says businesswoman. Yeah, that's like fun businesswoman. See, I'm tempted to go with the black hair, but also could just do like really deep brown. Get them eyebrows trimmed up. Dark brown, make sure it all matches. Give her a nice winged eyeliner. That's fine. Yeah. Eye color. Ooh. I like the lighter brown though. What kind of blush? We just gonna do like a light blush. There we go. And some nice powerful red lipstick. There we go. Beautiful. Now that says... See, I don't like the glasses now. Go with those glasses. And that way, I can go with the necklace. Maybe the earrings. Now that's too much. Okay, we did it. Business, baby. I truly do love playing that portion of the game.
Oh, well, would you look at that? Doc was right on the money. I couldn't have imagined.
You sure about that, Mari-san? I hardly feel comfortable wearing this in front of you.
What are you saying? You're so pretty.
I wouldn't say so.
Really? You're dynamite. Though, there is one thing that's missing.
What's that?
Pride. That's the final touch you need. Pride in your own beauty.
Well, I'm not sure I have that.
Then how about your pride as a lawyer? You have that, don't you?
As a lawyer?
Girl boss.
Yes. There it is. Go ahead and take a look. Now that's the face of a girl who gets the man she wants.
It's been a while since I felt this way. I have you to thank for that.
These bad boys won't know what hit them. Now, let's go dangle the bait.
You mean us, right?
You bet. Two nightlife girls like us alone on the street literally brings the RK boys running. Especially along Senryo Avenue. Why don't we take a walk?
Are you sure? I don't want to drag you into this.
Are you kidding? And miss the chance to see this makeover in action? But really, I want you to succeed. I promise I won't be a bother.
Time to walk down Cyrano Avenue. If any RK guys approach us, we'll reel them in. Then I can ask them about oh my god, Shintani Sensei. God, I am thinking about the last game so much. Kawaii, that's his name, and see what they found out so far. About to girl boss my way into getting more court case info. Excuse me. Ladies, move. I'm a powerful woman. Everybody out of my way. What's this over here? Nice pebble.
Excuse me, ladies. You, get lost on the way to the beauty pageant?
We're already out for a drink. Maybe heading to work somewhere in town?
Oh, we're just two girls bar hopping by our lonesome. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in that case, why don't you roll with us? I know a great place. You could drink all you want.
Wow, you guys loaded or something? We can throw them back, you know. You sure?
Hell yeah. There's a place my buddy runs. He'll be thrilled to see some ladies like you.
If they're RK, then it might be good to take them up on the offer, but how can I know for sure?
You know, I think you guys may have caught me at the perfect time. What I'm saying is, tonight, I want to take a trip on the wild side.
Oh, yeah? Talk to me, baby.
There's this guy in my life, a real choir boy, and being with him has got me feeling so repressed. Now I know I should behave like a good girl.
Jesus Christ.
I owe it to myself to cut loose every now and again.
Oh, you never told me that, Sari-chan.
Damn, girl. I'll get loose with you.
Yeah! Let's get drunk and dirty.
Thing is, we all know the biggest party people in town are RK. I heard they can really spice things up, you know?
But Saori-chan, why limit yourself to RK? I think these boys are plenty attractive.
I'm starting to think we were meant for each other.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Wait, don't tell me you're...
Not supposed to be blurting it out, but yeah, we're RK. And pretty high up, too.
Shoot. RK wouldn't be what it is now without us. Never thought it'd get this big either.
Looks like this went well. I knew that they had to be with RK. Now all I have to do is ask them about Kawaii. Why were they looking for him?
RK has Kamurocho pretty much wrapped around its finger now, huh?
Just about. The time of the Yakuza laying down the law is over. All that respect and chivalry shit. Dead, like all the old legends. Now the underground world is a jungle. And winning the fight's all that matters.
Wow, must be hard. But I think that's hot.
That reminds me. Weren't you RK guys looking for someone recently? A man who disappeared a few years ago?
Oh yeah, him. We were looking for this dude who ran a girls' bar.
See? I knew you guys would know what that's about.
Oh well, 5 years ago he suddenly disappeared. That's not even news in Kamurocho.
That's so crazy, though. What happened to him? You ever end up finding the guy?
Nah, didn't work out. No surprise, he was just a punk anyway. Name was Kawaii. Way I heard it, some of his old friends rolled up on him one night. My guess is, it was trouble from another town catching up to him. Anyway, they argue for a bit, and it ends with the guy getting shoved into a van. And that's the last time anyone saw the dude.
Whoa, what do you think happened?
I'm thinking they bumped him off. If he was still breathing, he'd be back by now. I heard he never even picked up his final paycheck. My guess, he's fish food now. Or they buried him on some remote-ass mountain.
You have any idea who would have done that to him?
Don't know. They say it was 10 or so people. Young, both men and women. Doesn't sound like a gang thing. But who knows, right? It was 5 years ago.
A group of civilians shoved Kawaii into a van, and they were old acquaintances? Could they have been the classmates from Kurakawa? There we go. Academy? No, I'm just rushing to
But if
conclusions.
you heard all that, there must have been witnesses, right? So you're saying someone actually saw him get shoved in a van?
Yep. Some chick working at his bar saw it all go down. At least that's what we heard from a guy who heard it from that chick.
Where is this bar anyway?
You mean some random dive bar half a decade ago? Who the hell knows? 100 places have sprung up and gone under since.
But then, why would anyone be looking for Shinya Kawai now? Did someone ask RK to find him? Think that's right?
Hell if I know. It's a question for the top of the food chain. But hold on a sec. Can I ask you something?
Huh?
Just a minute ago, you mentioned a Shinya Kawai. How'd you know his full name when we never told you?
Oh, shit!
You're only talking to us because you wanted dirt on Kawai. So who the hell are you?
What do you think you're doing?
Who sent you?
I'm Saori Shirosaki, attorney at law. Unhand me this instant.
You're gonna sue? You think I give a crap about what your job is?
I'm saying things will go very badly for you if you keep this up.
Big talk for a chick dressed to the nines to get info. Huh? Sorry-chan?
Yeah. You even try to fuck with us, lady!
Sorry-chan!
Huh? What the?
Beat it, punk.
Hey!
Asshole!
I swear, these jerks are popping up like roaches. No thanks needed. Just be careful on your own, especially when you're beautiful.
Thank you so much, Higashi-san.
I just said you don't... Wait, how'd you know my name?
It's me, Shirosaki, from Genda Law Office. It's been a while.
Holy shit! No way!
Man, I didn't realize. Shirosaki Sensei. I didn't recognize you. You look incredible.
He's just Charles' arcade manager now.
You're the one who is incredible. This is all my fault. I was the one who put Mari-san in danger. You really saved us.
Young, strong, handsome. That's 3 out of 3 for me.
Those guys were RK. Town's practically overrun with them these days.
Toru Higashi-san, former Matsugane family member of the Tojo clan. He's like a brother to Kaito-san, and he knows Yagami-san too. He runs his arcade full-time now, but apparently he still keeps up with Yakuza fashion trends.
If you'd like, I can escort you somewhere safe. I got nothing but time on my hands.
Oh, you don't say. Perfect. Who says we can't still salvage some fun out of tonight?
Oh, before we do that, let me call Yagami-san.
Kawai was a bully 13 years ago. He vanished from Kamurocho when he was abducted by a group in a van. Seems like they were all people he knew. And it's possible that they were his classmates from Kurikawa Academy.
Still a jackass, I see. When Shirosaki Sensei calls, you pick up in 2 rings.
It is strange that he's not picking up. I'll try again.
Uh-oh. What's happening, Yagami-san? It's a big loading screen. That's what's happening, you know? And I totally zoned out there for a second. I apologize.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, 2 known school bullies, and they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawai a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
Alright, thanks.
Now I guess I wait for Sawa Sensei. Still a lot of time before the faculty meeting ends. Huh? It's a message from Amasawa. Amasawa wants to talk about her underclassmen. I've got time, so I might as well see what that's all about. Okay. I need to look on the school map and see where this classroom is that I need to go to. Because the last time I wrote it off is like, whatever, but... Come on, game. Body that walks at night. I thought I already solved that. There it is. Whatever she wants to talk about, I hope it's voice acted, but I know it's not.
Yagami-san.
Thank you for coming. Yeah. Yep, outside counselor for the MRC. At your service.
Yagami-san.
And congrats on that, Yagami-san. Definitely better than being on Sis's bad side. She must have really laid into you, huh? She was all worked up the other day before, ranting about busting that pervert. Yeah, I almost ended up on the front page of the papers as some kind of school creeper thanks to her. I ought to apologize for that. I'm not giving her a voice. So, Amasawa, you wanted to talk to me about something? There's a rather nasty rumor going around, and we were hoping you could help us with the investigation. As a matter of fact, there's a possibility that the Sugar Baby incident is actually related to this rumor. Suppose I ought to do my duty as a school advisor.
Yagami-san.
Somewhat recently, a large number of Injicho teens have begun engaging in illicit behavior. All these delinquency issues are flying under the radar without any authority figures catching wise so far. Which is surprising considering they really run the gamut. Shoplifting, smoking, sugar babies, street racing, gambling, phone scams. Even more surprisingly, many of these cases are otherwise reputable students who decided to break bad out of the blue, almost simultaneously. That is rather strange. The most intriguing part of the rumor, though, is that a single individual has enabled this criminal activity. You mean there's a mastermind behind all of it, or something? At least, in effect. If the rumor is accurate, someone is leading these students down a dark path. Word is getting to the point that this sole person appears to be the entire source of all the delinquency.
Oh.
Sounds almost like some kind of urban legend. Apparently, the Serio High School students refer to themselves as the Professor. The Professor, huh? I like to believe it's a reference to Sherlock Holmes' greatest nemesis, Professor James Moriarty. He masterminded all of the sorts of criminal acts through London. In his debut story, he's referred to as the Napoleon of crime. Jeez.
In other words,
But perhaps it was more accurate to refer to our own professor as the Napoleon of delinquency.
So to sum it up,
This is fascinating stuff, but you said it's all rumor so far, right?
no.
Well, the reoccurring themes in these rumors are specific enough to make me think that there's something to them. Apparently, there's a secret website run by the professor that only Sirio students can access. I've identified some students who admit they know of the site, but they're not exactly opening up to me further. A secret website, huh? What's it supposed to be? Some kind of message board? I've always heard those wind up turning into pits of anonymous hate. Nothing but places for bullies to get their kicks. Reddit, Reddit, Reddit.
Yes.
Likewise, however, there's apparently a unique feature on the professor's website that's gotten students' attention. What kind of unique feature? Well, the students write posts stating, oh god, their desire for something. It sounds like the professor appears and grants their wishes.
Unbelievable.
Grants wishes? That's absurd.
No.
May I remind you, this is only a rumor. But I imagine if some of the wishes are answers on test, or a way to make it easy money, or to get revenge on certain individuals. Starting to sound a little more like a case than an urban legend, but it's an awful hard to swallow. How much time we got left? We still got time, good. Okay, what about the thugs?
I see.
Oh, so he's got hooligans. That complicates things. What's a hooligan? Kind of punk who pulls scams and runs shady businesses. Sort of like the Yakuza, but without any of the rules or discipline. They can be a lot worse to deal with. Anti-gang laws don't apply to them, so they're hard to sweep up. More and more of them are popping up ever since the Tojo and the Omi disbanded.
Right.
Wow, I had no idea. On a related note, I've heard that the dance club Sugar Baby nearly got caught up in a dangerous situation. But some large, vulgar man suddenly appeared and offered her protection. Apparently, they were sent to serve as her enforcers. Surprised you know what they're called. I read a lot of books. At any rate, considering the range of criminal activity we've already discussed, I imagine this hypothetical operation in Injicho would be quite the lucrative one.
If I were to guess...
In fact, it could very well be lucrative enough for someone to decide it's worth capitalizing on, perhaps with the use of a mysterious frontman. Alright, yes. Blowing smoke up their asses, all good for now. Alright.
Yes.
School diary, huh?
Now that you mention it.
Okay.
No.
Cool, we got a new phone app that can help me do school story stuff. Investigate the professor, huh? I kind of want to play the dance minigame again. Time to get back to the faculty room. Yeah, now you want to do that. Now that I'm trying to enjoy myself, huh? Huh, game? Really want to do that?
Nishizono.
Hey, Nishizono.
Ah.
Yagami-san, you came back for us.
Yeah.
I wanted to check up on the team. Is your advisor here today? No, he's still out. Apparently something's made him feel unwell. Something? Nothing specific? I don't know. None of us get told the details.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to skip all of this and just get to doing the dance. So I'm sorry if you wanted to hear that
It's a pleasure.
child talk.
Got a song in mind? Go ahead and pick a crack. Got a song. Go ahead. Which steps should we work on? Got a song in mind? Which steps should we work on? Got a song in mind?
Okay, let's go.
I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know what normal is.
Here goes nothing.
And a 1, and a 2.
Here goes nothing.
Hell yeah, dude. Cleared it, baby.
Hey, we're looking good.
That wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. Okay, hope that did the trick. Oh? You're so good! Have you been dancing long? And you know Kung Fu? No, I only know Kung Fu. I've never been a dancer. Hi there, I'm Maria Minami. Second year, I'm vice captain of the club.
Yeah.
Alright. Nice to meet you too. Alright, ladies. I'm gonna go be an adult now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sayaka-chan!
Ah.
Ah.
Yagami-san.
Alright, I don't care. Continue, please.
Sayaka-chan!
All I wanted to do was do the little dance mini game. Like, if they want to get together, that's fine.
Are you serious? I see.
Alright, that's them just establishing plot. I'm gonna go now for the board meeting. But thanks for the dancing, kids. That was fun. And I actually did well for once. I am shocked that I did well at a dancing minigame. At a rhythm-based minigame. In which I have none. We are probably going to... I don't know. I don't know if I'll have enough time to do anything else. Let's talk to her and see what she has to say. Oh yeah, we got a good amount of time left. Never mind. This is Sawa-sensei's desk. Has she not come back yet?
Pardon me. Did you have business with Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, the faculty meeting's over, right?
It just wrapped up. But Sawa-sensei went home in the middle of it, about an hour ago.
What?
Apparently she got a call from her apartment manager, saying her place was broken into.
Broken into?
She told me to tell you that if you came around.
Okay, then. Do you think you could give me her contact info or something?
No, I don't think I can. Oh, I'll just give her a quick call. One moment. No, she's not answering. They're probably busy.
But I guess she's home then?
I'd say so. Her place is within walking distance.
It is? Sawa-sensei lives in Ijincho?
Yes, but I really shouldn't be giving that kind of info out.
Sure, I appreciate the need for privacy. You've been a big help.
Sawa-sensei's apartment was broken into. Very strange timing for that. What is going on? I don't think I should let this go, though. I wonder if there's anyone who can tell me Sawa-sensei's address. Talk to someone who might know Sawa-sensei's address? Who the hell would that be? And why is it playing scary music? Oh, what's his name's office? Where's that at? The esports club room? I kind of want to go check that out now. Even though it has nothing to do with the case. I didn't know these guys were gamers. You can't go in? Oh, yes you can. Right here. Look at this. We got gamers up in here. What are they using? They using fight sticks? Got some gamer space. They got some ROM in here. Comic books. Esports stream. And then there's just a bunch of normal stuff over there. Ho! Do they got a... What is that? Does that say gamer book? Alright. Well, maybe we should focus on the actual task at hand. We don't have much time to do it, though. Okay. Maybe my kids wanna something about it? Y'all know anything about where this...
Yagami-san.
I guess not. But you know who would? Good old chairman might know a thing or two. God, this school is creepy at night.
Oh? What's the matter, Yagami-san? Is there still something you need?
Well, do you think you could tell me Sawa-sensei's address?
Come again?
Not too long ago, she got a call that her apartment was broken into. And another teacher tried to call her, but she wouldn't answer.
So, what? Are you going to go check on her yourself? At her place?
She's within walking distance, isn't she?
I believe so. But this is a young woman, living by herself. I shouldn't be giving you her address without her permission.
We're detectives. Give us a bit of time, I'm sure we can find out ourselves. But on the other hand, that wouldn't be best for either party now, would it?
Then can't you just ask her yourself tomorrow?
Chairman, you're aware of the Hiro Mikoshiba murder footage, right?
Yes, of course I am. But from what I've heard from police sources, it's very likely that video was faked.
Well, I have it on good authority it wasn't faked at all. So for the sake of argument, let's say the video's real. And that Ihara is the one behind having posted it deliberately. He's got the criminal affairs department saying it's probably faked. So the police are playing right into his hand. And let's say his motive in all this is to avenge his son's suicide. The justice for his bullying that he never got.
Now wait just a moment. We proved in court that no bullying had taken place here. Sad as it was, the trial concluded that bullying wasn't what drove poor Ihara-kun to suicide.
Actually, before Toshiro-kun killed himself, Sawa-sensei reported a bullying incident to his homeroom teacher.
What?
But at the trial, she wasn't able to testify to that. She had no choice but to deny the whole thing. From Ihara's perspective, that was unforgivable. And after all that, Mikoshiba was murdered, and now Sawa-sensei isn't picking up her phone following a break-in at her place.
What are you implying here? It's like you're saying she's going to be next.
I just want to check up on her. If it turns out the break-in isn't linked, I'll turn right around. And I'll make sure nobody knows the chairman gave me her address.
Well, fine. I understand.
Sawa-sensei's apartment is on Daikokuten Avenue. That should be near Hamakita Park. There we go. See, Japanese is a beautiful language, right? I love it. I love learning it because I have been attempting to learn it, right? Speaking it, I'm alright at it right now. But reading the names off of anything, paper, without it being said to me first, I am just an idiot. I am horrible with names. Even English names. Like, I forget people's names. But that's a little different than not being able to pronounce it because I'm stupid. Unrelated. But anyway, we've got 4 minutes remaining in the stream. I know it feels like I'm pressuring it, but I don't want to get into an area where I won't be able to stop the stream at midnight. So what we're going to do is we'll put a little marker there. We will start heading that way. And then, by the time we get over there, after I grab all these things, whoop. Oh, there's boys to fight, though. See what I mean? And there's also boys to fight, so... That's not my correct fighting style.
Really, guys?
Hey, I got enough now. Alright, and we can do this as well, I guess, the UFO thing. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go towards here, but we will do that next time. I'm going to save right here. Because if I don't, I'm going to travel the whole way over there, so I've got to stop myself. Alright, let's go to rest mode, and we can go to end stream. So thank you all for watching.
Cheeto.
Whether you are watching on YouTube or Twitch, I appreciate it. If you are on YouTube, be sure to head over to my Twitch, twitch.tv/GeoOffender. If you came into Twitch at the very last second and you missed this episode, or the other 4, be sure to head to my YouTube, youtube.com/TheOnlyFender. I upload all of the Let's Plays. We started with like half of them this year, but all of the Let's Plays will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. So have no fear if you miss one of the episodes on Twitch. Thank you all and have a good night, YouTube. I will see you later.